Hello? Are we live? Can you all hear me or not? Let me turn off my Wi-Fi to see what it does on cellular. We're live. I can see myself. That's good. Can I hear myself is a question. Oh, sounds is not great, but that might just be the computer. On-job vlog. No, I'm not streaming at work, but I do have some ideas. This is what we're streaming on. We are streaming on a phone with some new microphones that I just picked up. I was supposed to pick them up yesterday, but they didn't have them yet. So I had to scoot out before stream and get them. Okay, so I need to figure out some settings in this app. I don't know how I'm going to show you this. We could do cam and cam, I think. Testing. Are we still hearing myself if I do this? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is the setup. This is the setup. Let's do that so you can kind of see it. And I have two phones. I have one phone that's doing the streaming, right? And then I've got this phone down here, right there, and that's controlling the computer because I'm streaming to my computer. And then that's going to Twitch or YouTube. Now what I want to do is I want to be able to see chat on this phone. So I go to overlays, text and timestamps. No. Rich people with two mobiles. Okay. The thing is, this is an old phone. This is my phone from 3 years ago. And the only thing it does is opening a web page with chat and a control deck that I set up, a remote control deck for my computer. The sound is not great. Can I get like a little bit of... let's do -6. That's better. That's a lot better. So yeah, so this phone does all the streaming stuff, right? Does the mic not have ANC or ENC? I would hope so. These are Holylands. They're really cool. They're like the little pod, right? And then they come with two microphones. They're these little clips. It's this little clip right here. And yeah, so yeah. There's a little lay on the small cam. Yeah, that's normal because I'm streaming on cellular here. This is going to the computer, to my computer at home. This one. And then that is going to Twitch. So when I'm outside, I'm gonna do a first test stream tomorrow, where we go to the book market and, I don't know, walk around the city nearby. And so it won't matter when we're outside. And over here it's a little bit weird, but... Because the camera, right, that one, is directly ingested through USB, and this one has to come from an SRT stream. So basically, I'm using my computer as a pass-through, a relay server to Twitch, basically. But that way I can still get the same overlays. Right, same overlays. I can still use some of the cool graphics and stuff like that we do. Channel points will still work. Maybe not all of them. Maybe I'll do like the ones where I actually have to interact with stuff, like roast a streamer, stuff like that. The lottery, stuff like that won't work today during remote streams, but the ones that are just visual, we can still work with. The nose has been blown. Anything with the printer is off. I would say anything. We could still do the subs. We could print out the subs, right? But lottery and stuff like that, anything that I have to read out, not really necessary. I like this microphone though, it sounds good. It's not that expensive either. Like for a 2-set microphone with a charging case and a camera adapter, that's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice, if you ask me. But yeah, so tomorrow, if I do, it's the Holyland Lark Mark II. Let me do that. Well, it's mirrored. But for a quiet, like for a simple microphone, it's not that bad. Tomorrow, I'm streaming in very early, like it's in a couple of hours, not even a day, because the book market is only in the morning. It's a second-hand book market, which I do want to have a stroll through because I like buying mythology books. I have one. Let me get one. Now I can walk around my. Let's do that. Let me show you the book that I have. What? Oh, sizzling. That's not how you read that. Where's that book? Oh, it's right there. Book. Come on. No, not that one. Oh, that one is also secondhand. 2 second-hand wireless webcam. This is an IRL setup. So this is fully wireless. So it's streaming from wireless data. So I could technically take this outside everywhere and stream with it. So I have this book. Oh, subs. We have subs. Instead of 6. What, six books? No, I have more books. I have more book. What 6 are we talking about? Rachel Trigger. Yeah, there's quite a delay. Microphone set of all 6. Oh yeah, you have. No, I've got the one that's this one where it's. Come on. With 2 microphones, a camera adapter, and then the dongle for your phone. It's the one. It's $90. It's less than $100 euros, I should say. Yeah. Yeah, there is a delay between the setup and the IRL setup because I'm streaming the IRL stuff to my computer, and that is streaming it to Twitch. So that's how that happens. But thank you for the subs, Rachel. I'll be putting that in the jar. Like so. Dude, look at this jar. Look at the amount of paper already collected. These are all subs, by the way. This is why we like the paper, so I can actually have a physical representation of the generosity of you guys. Rachel, you can ask a stupid question. Yes, I have this book, which is really cool. I've been reading it. Celtic Myths and Legends. I got it secondhand for what, like $10, 10 euros, and it's pretty nice. It is in English, so that's good. And it's interesting. Celtic mythology is interesting. Looking at buying a new phone. I don't know much about phones. I've gotten my brand that I go with, and that's about it. The G15 Power. Let me look it up. Did you have your own money before it went to euros? Technically I had 2 years on the Belgian franc, but I've never used it. I was born before the year 2000, and in 2000 to 2001 they switched from the Belgian franc to euro. So technically I've got two years on francs, but I was too small, too young to ever have known them. What do we have? The G15, Motorola. Let's see. What's some specs? Spec sheet. I want a spec sheet that is not tied to any shop or brand or. So what I usually do is this site. From Motorola, I've heard batteries explode. That sounds like something that's like a very small percentage of batteries are troublesome, but they get like, you know, of the 10 phones, only of the 100 phones, only one explodes, but it's the whole series, you know, kind of thing. So 5200 milliamps is not that much for a Motorola. Usually Motorola's, if from what I know from my days back in retail, which is 4 years ago, Motorola usually goes around 600 milliamps. So 5.2 is on the lower end for a Motorola. 50 megapixels, not great, but at this price point, pretty decent. 4 or 8, I would definitely go with the 8 gigabytes of RAM. Definitely go with the 8, because that combined with the chipset, the MediaTek Helio is not too fast. The recorder take photos. Even then, a quick picture here and then. You always take a quick picture, but no, it's for this price range, it's decent. 256 is gonna be the minimum, because some apps these days are, they take up a lot of storage. And definitely if you keep like, you know how easy it is now to just transfer your data from one phone to the other one? That is probably why a lot of people just need to keep upgrading their storage, because they don't clean it out between phones. Current phone's 464. Yeah, you'll be fine then. You'll be fine. That's enough. 256 is enough headroom. The Nord 5, I think this is a Nord. So the second stream phone that I use is a Nord C2. Pretty happy about it. C2 is pretty good. I liked it a lot. This one is an R13, an OnePlus R13. So a bit of an upgrade. And yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm saying MediaTek chipsets aren't the fastest. So if you can, they're not bad. I'm not saying that they're bad. I'm just saying they're not the fastest out there at that price range. But yeah, no, you should be good. Nord 5, I could do that. Nord 5, OnePlus spec sheet. See, the camera is not that bad, but here you do have an option 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM. It is quite a bit bigger than the G15. Oh no, it's not that different in size. Clash Royale on YouTube, then you'll be fine. The Nord does have almost half of the battery life more, like at 150% over the G15. No, wait, what? Why does the G15 only support 18-watt charging? Like base is like 20 at this point. Not 80K, 80 watt. That's there's a difference between 80K watts and 80 watt. I don't think anything runs on 80K watt. Like 120, yes, there's some phones that support 240, but 80Ks, that's that's a bit much for a phone or for a handheld device. That's like not even, I don't think that's even three-phase. How many watts? How many watts? Watts is three-phase? Three-phase power. See, three-phase power, which is those big bulky cables that you see, is only 4,150 watts. As long as it charges it. That's also another investment that I made for this IRL stream. Is a good battery. This one's I think it's 40,000 milliamps, which will charge that phone, this one, 4 times. But then again, I don't see a problem with that. So I have 2 chargers for each phone, and then 1 more charge for my microphones if I ever need one. It's crazy how small batteries have gotten. This is 40,000 milliamps. That is crazy. Look at it. It's the size of a phone. It's a bit chunkier than a phone, but it's the size of a phone. That is crazy. Lithium-ion batteries, yeah, they're great if they're in great condition, but the moment you pierce them, they're going. Psh. That's 30,000 milliamps. Yeah, true. There's a mobile phone with 11k milliamps. I can see that happening. Yeah. Oh, one more thing that I want to test is my auto switcher, because I do have an auto switcher set up. Let me boot it up real quick. So that's going to be something that I'll have to do before stream. It's connecting. It's connected. So now if I cut the data on my phone, it's going to go to BRB. So give that a second. Testing. Testing. We good? Hey! And I didn't have to do a thing. Mobile spec this phone. Ulefone armor. Oh. I might have to change that. Wait, why is that scene? Also, that's not a problem. Without any of the other information, the port information does not get you anything. But I might have to change that, just because it doesn't look that nice. Spec sheet for the Ulefone. I've never heard of a Ulefone. What is that? That's a crazy looking phone. Oh, is that one of those tough armor thingies? Is that one of those tough thingies? 12,800 milliamps is crazy. 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is nice for a phone. How much is that? That's 500 bucks. Okay. You do get what you pay for. Red Magic phone looks pretty cool. Way out of my price range. Red Magic. Oh, those do look nice. It's a bit too much even, but they do look good. What's the budget? You know what I like a lot is the Nothing, the Nothing phone. I feel like the Nothing phone is everything that you would want out of. Let me switch cameras for a second. This phone right there. Can I get a bit of better? Look at that. This phone. Look at it. How clean it is. Yeah, I like how it's got the see-through display on the back. This is a design that they thought of. They thought, what do we do about how can we take the look of an iPhone and make it look better? How can we take? Because even all the buttons are on the same spot as well as an iPhone 12. And 13 in that range. Yeah, this has been nice. I like this. I like this setup. I think I'm gonna have to install like Twitch on my second phone and then hotspot my data. to be able to read chat, but I think that's going to be fine. Because I could dual screen. Let me see if I can do that. Install Twitch on phone 2. Let me get it out of. The humming is annoying, but that's the computer. Because on this microphone, I have noise suppression, so that my computer doesn't get picked up. I feel like when I'm outside, you're not going to hear as much humming as inside. This setup normally wouldn't be used in-house. This is a setup that I will use when we go outside and look at pretty buildings as inspiration for our next builds. Oh, also, I was talking about books. Look at this book. Look how clean it is. It's a black cover, and it's a hardcover, which you don't find that often anymore. And it's like a canvas hardcover. This thing is the only decent Dutch translation I have found of the Iliad and the Odyssey. It's the only Dutch translation that I have found that is decent in translation. Look at, it's such a clean, it smells immaculate. Have you ever done that? Smell a book? It's really good. It's a print from 1989. Right? It's a print from 1989, and it's still such a good. Look at the corners. This book has not been read all that much in its lifetime. There's a bit of like chipping on the bottom edge of the corner, mostly from probably taking it out of the book rack, but the top corners are pretty good. I like this. Good book. This is what I'm looking for tomorrow. Books like these. This is what we're going to be looking. We're going to tomorrow morning. What time is it? Hammer time. So I can give you a time update. Hammer time Discord. This is going to be only a Twitch stream, by the way. This is not going to be streamed on YouTube. It's an open air book market. It's not something. It's like on the side of the road. Every week there's a secondhand book market. I was aiming for like 10:30 or 11, depending on how late. It's in 16 hours, so 16 hours from now we're going to the market. It is cold outside, and I hope it doesn't rain. It's the first weekend where it's like below freezing. But that'll be fine. We can grab a cup of tea afterwards and look at the nice churches in the city. What do I use for Discord stamps? I use Hammer Time. Use Hammer Time. But yeah, we're looking for books tomorrow. I don't know how interesting it's going to be, but the building's going to be pretty. That's for sure. So that's also something we might do. It's just take pictures of beautiful buildings. Sesh FY, I've heard of Sesh, yes. I like Discord because it's very integratable into Discord. Also, it has a code base, so it has an API. So technically, you could, use it in code. Do we get fries tomorrow? No. I'm on a, how do I say this? I'm on a, is it deficit? A calorie deficit? I'm cutting weight, so fries are not in that thing. Also, it's not really the weather for fries. It's a bit too cold to be eating fries. Calorie deficit, yes. I can show you a fry shop. I can show you one. We'll pass a couple of them. I'm trying to install Twitch on my phone. Authenticator codes. Let's see. It shows the one. I mean, there's multiple fry shops. It's not just one fry shop. There's multiple ones. And it's not like I have a favorite one that I go to. I've got a couple where I'm like, don't go to that one, right? You're talking about a specific one. No, I'm not going to show you that one. That one's way too close to home to be comfortable. Yeah, I'm not. That one's like right down the street. I'm not showing you that one. Okay, chat. Come on. Can I put like chat on full screen? Maybe? Question mark? That'd be nice. Okay, so I can use this phone to read chat, which is good. Dude, this phone is so much lighter than my actual phone. That's good. I can control chat from here, which is also nice, which I usually do. From okay, and then if I do here, auto, that's okay, that's good. Okay, so that's good. We can read chat. Oh. I need to figure out where I'm gonna go. How about VR goggles? For what? Use Chatson? I mean, I'm only gonna be streaming on Twitch, so that'll be fine. This is the Twitch app. It also supports 7TV. I don't think I have BTTV emotes. How about VR goggles on the go? Dude, you know what would be cool to have Twitch integration for? Is the, what are they called again? Air specs. There's this one, is it Genesis? Even G's classes from Even Reality. Even G1s. Those are actually kind of cool in this fact that it's not a VR goggle, but a minimalist AR display in a set of actually decent looking glasses. Are they worth the price? I don't think so. But are they one step in the right direction? Pretty good. Look at these. Okay, let me show you. Let me get those. That's drop you down. Put you closer to the screen. These are the ones. Look at these are like decent looking glasses, right? And it's like a very minimalistic like AR display, right? And so you kind of just, I don't know, look like you're wearing glasses. They don't look like smart glasses, which is what I want. And if it's just for chat, you don't actually need more than just this display. But as for now, there's no chat integration for this stream. There's actually very little thing that you can do with these classes. I think I'm gonna switch from this camera this phone to the main camera, and I'm gonna get into like the real stream, because I have been cooking. Chat, I've been cooking. Give me. Turn on microphone. Now we're good. Okay, are we good now? Yes. I don't think it wants no, it was the automatic scene switcher that was doing its job actually. The automatic stream switcher was doing its job. Gonna plug it up and plug it. Oh, chat, you know what I also did? Ooh, that's not sharp. I'm gonna why is that camera not sharp? X-Real, I'm gonna look that up later. I think we've done enough. Also, look at my tripod setup. This thing is just for the phone, right? This is a stream phone. That's the clamp for the second phone, and then this tripod extends into the selfie stick. So we are ready to go. I am ready to go. Focus that camera on the microphone. I don't know why it went autofocus. I might have hit it while dusting. Also, chat, you want to know something fun? You know how on Thursday I said I had another old camera coming in? That was digital, not analog. You want to see what kind of digital camera I got? Dude, that camera is broken. Want to see it? Now that we're talking about tech. Okay. It's a big boy. It's a big boy camera. It's a big boy TV camera. This has everything you need to do an actual stream. It's just a bit outdated. It does, I think the max, which is, when I say outdated, I say this thing is just old enough to not do 2K yet. It does 1080p, but it has everything you need. And it works. I just, the only thing I need is a battery or a charger. But this has like XLR inputs. It's an actual studio camera. Just a bit older than like the I think what they use mostly now is Sony or Panasonic. The new ones. But this is it is all plastic. This is Panasonic. Yeah, this is one of their older models. But so this lens, right? This lens is a fixed lens fixture. I don't think we would find other lenses that go on this body. Whereas these days, people will use stuff like Sony FX7 or 9. Nowadays, people like using cinema cameras for stuff that don't really need cinema cameras. Next stream is done using one of the big cameras used as a face cam. I can, with this one, I can, because this has an HDMI port. It has an HDMI out, so technically I could just plug an HDMI port in my setup. Big YouTubers just be using, yeah, no, see, that's the difference. They don't use studio. There's a big difference between studio cameras and cinema cameras. I'm gonna be putting that in one of the casings. real quick, and I'll add it to the jar after stream. Orange and green. I can do orange and green. Orange, you're glad I'm streaming today. Dude, my entire coffee table is full with old cameras, and my shelf hasn't arrived yet. So my coffee table is now just full of cameras. It's not the worst problem to have, but it is a problem I'm having. This thing is beautiful. This thing is a beauty. It has everything you need, and it's great. It's a camera table, yes. I was going to show you what is mostly used in TV today, right? This is what people usually use. It's like this style of body. This is an FX6, which is one of the lower models. I think it's FX9, which is gonna be your most used camera in studio these days. Yeah, this is the camera, but this is to show that this, where your lens is attached to the body, you can't really take it off easily. That is, you can, but you have to unscrew the body first. So you got to take out these two screws right here, and then take out this screw right here and that screw right there, and then you can take it off and put in a new lens. But you see how that's not feasible. But these days they use this for like interviews and stuff. It's not just twist and pull, but it's very, very similar to twist and pull. Also, you can deck this out however you want. Do you want it light for on the shoulder shooting? Go ahead. If you want it heavy for studio shooting, you can do that as well. These are very modular systems, which is why they use them to that. These you can use for cinema, studio, in-home shooting, on-the-go shooting. Oh, you can do that, all of that. Do you know computer is like air conditioning? It becomes useless if you open Windows. I don't get why people hate on Windows so much. If Mac OS is out there. No, I'm a big fan favorite of use whatever you want to use. If you're a Linux guru, take your Arch Linux and go play around with it and install all of your APKs manually. I understand Windows 11.8. Microsoft said they're trying to make Windows 11.8 out the phone. I know. It's not great. And from a work, like from a troubleshooting aspect, it's been bothering us as well. But overall, I think user friendliness on if we're comparing macOS between macOS, Windows and Linux. The problem with Linux is a broad term of a standardized code base. Not, you would have to specify which version of Linux you're using to really compare them to the others. But in general, Linux is going to be way less user-friendly. macOS is too user-friendly. It's too user-friendly, which results in a system that's so tied up in and limited that it's not not great, right? It's too secure. That's where people get wrong. Mac is not secure, not in the way that people think it is. It is secure from an administrative role, in the sense that you have to be within the Apple suite to unlock all its features. But a lot of people see that security as internet security, seeing that they can't get a virus or stuff like that. It's just not true. It's not true. It's also not true that you can't leak your IP within a Mac OS, which is a reason why we see a lot of our users at work choosing Mac OS is because they think it's safer than Windows, which not really true. Windows crashes a lot. So does Mac OS. Auto updates randomly. You can make it so it doesn't auto update. We see a lot more Mac OS crashes than Windows. Okay, you gotta think about it this way. I do this thing 8 hours. I do this 8 hours a day, right? I see problems like these 8 hours a day. I see a lot more problems on Mac OS and the Linux computers because people cannot work with Linux. But I see a lot of more problem on Mac OS and Windows computers than Windows computers, and we have 80% of our users use a Windows computer. So the fact that a large majority is using Windows and we still have fewer problems with Windows computers should tell you enough. That should tell you enough. Now, I'm saying this for operating system problems. We're not talking about physical damage. That is just overall, people do not care about stuff that they get for free. They don't get it for free, but you know, people think they get it for free. The worst part of Linux is that people use it, want to fix everything themselves, finally give in. Yeah, true. But that's not only on Linux. That's a general user problem that you have. Is you got to restrict any any troubleshooting options if you want it to be in the same settings when it gets back to you. That's the same on Windows. It's the same on Mac. It's not an issue on the user. No, it's an issue on the user. For Linux, you learn by experience. You learn everything by experience. That's not just a Linux thing. That's the same with the Mac thing, and the same with Windows. There's no difference in how you learn an operating system. You're not gonna tell me that you read a book or you go to a no, never mind. I'm not gonna finish that sentence because I know what that answer is actually. Driver patching and other things, docs. Yeah, okay, but you have to be interested to do that, right? Also, forums documentation and stuff is something that Windows and Mac OS will have too. So that's not an option. Driver patching is on Windows and Mac as well, if you wanted to. If you wanted to. It's a big word. It's a big part of that sentence. If you wanted to, you can do that as well. Okay, let's get into game real quick. Let me set up. Okay, that's good. I have had a revelation, chat. I have had a minigame revelation. I've been looking into the essential mod, supplementary, not essential. The supplementaries mod. Look at these hammocks, really nice. But this thing, it's a cannon. It's a cannon. Hello, chat. Why is my computer stuttering? Can we not? Okay. First of all, boom. Hey. Also, I've been tinkering with this stuff for a while now, and there's so many cool things in this mod that I have never seen. Look at this. Welcome to new puzzles. Also, it's gravity loaded. You can make so many puzzles with this. We can finally have ice puzzles. And you can mine it with a drill and place it with a... You can mine it with a drill and place it with a deployer. How fun is that? Hey. This is the game I've been working on. Oh, I don't have anything in here. I don't have anything in here as well. Isn't this cool? Isn't this cool? I'm gonna need a lot of iron to do this, but it's pretty nifty. Now, what's the point of the game? That's what we're working on today. What is the point of the game? I have the mechanic of the game. I need to make a game out of it. Right? I feel like this is a team game. I have this set up over here, right? Which loads in... Give me a second. Which loads in gunpowder and cannonballs. Let's see if it works. They should drop from the ceiling, right? And I feel like the game is with two teams, right? Is to bring back gunpowder and cannonballs to your gunman up top, and the first team to drop the other player in the field, right, wins. Right? I feel like that is the best way to do it. So we have it's gonna be a 2-on-2 game, at least. In that case, we can do that. We can slow it down a lot. We can slow this timer down a lot. It's a lot of deployers though, but it's fine. Also, redstone wise, very simple. But yeah, I would have these either separated from each other, right? The problem is if you separate these, this is what the biggest thing that I'm having right now is the fact that cannonballs also break any other block. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So if we do this, for instance. So we need to find a block that is good for the walls of this game, right? For the structure around it, because otherwise they're just gonna break it. Obsidian's ugly though, you know. It's kind of ugly. I've been thinking about blackstone and basalt, right? But these also break. Not as much as the sandstone and the wool, but copycat over it. But then the copycats would break. And you would still just be revealing the obsidian. And sure, we could do obsidian bricks, right? These look a little better. It's actually not that bad. Never mind. I actually might like this. I actually might like that. Now the question is, do these retain their obsidian qualities? Flash. Oh. Crying obsidian does not have the same strength, I think, as normal obsidian, right? Place with chipped obsidian bricks. Let's grab ourselves a cannon and test this out real quick. Is it not a cannon? It is a cannon. Oh, double N. Oh, dude, yes. Okay, and then if I put in some crying obsidian, let's say we use crying obsidian as like an a trim, for instance. Okay, it's not too shabby. You really want it reinforced? How can you gather it? Because this has to be done in like vanilla, right? You can't pick it up. I know. That's what I mean. Is there a nice roof tile that we can use? Also, I'm not convinced on this system just yet. Right? Can I put it on a minecart? We could, yeah. Because I either want this to be enclosed in a building or I want it to be an arena. It's already minigame time? Yes. I want to start making minigames quite early on. Do we make it, chat, do we make it into an arena game? Or do we make it into a inside the building kind of game? I feel like it would fit an arena, right? Castle courtyard. We could also just have two castles on either side, right? Like two castle fronts. Wouldn't call it a castle, but yeah, castle walls. And then we could put the cannons on the towers in between the walls. But then I would have to I would have to redo this system. Right? I would have to redo this system. But you could put the cannons on a sliding block, have them slide back and forth. No, but we could put them in a boat. I think there, if I'm correct, there's cannons in boats. The question is, where would they be? Would they be in here? No. Maybe in tools, maybe? Oh, yeah. We can do cannon and boat. Left control and left control to fire. So yeah, we could do this and have like a waterway on the ramparts. Or like an ice road on the ramparts. We could do that. But I feel like we need to figure out the loading or the system first. If we do a courtyard, right? Can it be used on a gantry or Minecraft contraption, we could look at that as well. Could drop items onto the arena using launch pads. Oh, we could, yeah. Yeah, we could do that. You're saying weighted ejectors, these ones? Yeah, we could do that. Sure. I'm gonna leave this one though. I'm gonna rebuild it. These ads are intense today. Well, thank you for the sub though, Tehran. Oh, thank you. This is 5 months already. It's kind of crazy. 5 months is crazy. Okay, let's rebuild it. Let's make it look aesthetically pleasing first, right? We can also do different stones. We can do like stone and like cobblestone. Just discovered your assist. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, let's do one over here. Let's build up in the air a little bit. So we have this. This would be. Have you played the game in which two other boats, which and one battleship? Battleship? Is that what we're saying? Okay, how wide? Do we want it to be this wide or not? This feels like a large enough playing field, right? Right? This one's too small. That's for sure. This one seems about 4 blocks wider. We could do 4 blocks wider. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Which is uneven. It's fine. $14? But 14 would be even, no? Didn't count the last gap. Yeah, I know. 14 would be uneven. Would be even, leaving us with an even gap in the middle. So, either we do 15... Right? This is the inside playing field, right? We're talking about the inside playing field. Not about the outer walls around it. So I'd say 15. No, now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then an uneven amount of spaces in between. Meaning that we can have an odd in the middle. Right? This one is the odd in the middle. Bye-bye, G-Game. Bye. So this works. Then I need to figure out let's do this temporarily just to see how far I need to go. I never remember the push limit of a regular piston. 12 blocks. There we go. This is fine. then we're sure. Okay. So that's our limit. How much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do that. Two, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then one more. And that is gonna reach us over here. There you go. Playing field. Playing field. Like, we can use any form of farmable block in here if you wanted to. So start thinking about a block that might look good as the ground. But you always use wool. I don't know. I feel like it's a thing that I used to do when building houses to kind of show the different shapes of the house, right? To show what parts of the house were sticking out, what rooms were different rooms from the other, and I just always stuck with dirt with wool. Even with redstone, I will use wool as like, this is part A, this is part B, this is part C. I know, it's a. Oh, I should have put these back. No, never mind. Because the wall would be in front of here. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Dirt. We would have to test out the like blast radius, because I do want the two options to be. I do want there to be two options. I do want it to be clear in between the two systems, like a clear line. I'm saying. So dirt, and then we would have to have a different block that's similar to dirt, in the fact that how it breaks basically. So if we replace this with dirt, coarse dirt, I think that's going to be too similar. Dirt. Okay, let's shoot it. I don't know what the game is, but I figured you probably already said it. So I'm streaming trying. The thing is, I don't really know either. All I have is I have the mechanic of the game, where the players would use these to shoot the floor, right? And the floor would like, I don't know, you drop down the players on the other end. Does it break all? The cannonball uses TNT mechanics, I think. So if we're using two different blocks, I do want them to be similar in the way they break. So that's like a 3x3, which isn't too far off from what we're using over there. I like the guys' Battleship game idea. Yeah, we could also do Battleship, but I wanted to make like a group game to start off with. Because right now you would have 1 or 2 people up on the ramparts shooting down, right? And then 1 or 2 people in the pit trying to avoid the cannonballs but also bring back gunpowder and cannonballs for their people up on the ramparts, right? So if we look at this again, if you look at this system again, we have this system that is dropping cannonballs and gunpowder down randomly. You do have to get lucky. And then this will, they have to bring it back over here to for them to be able to shoot. Right? So they have to bring it back over here. We'll have a system that brings it up, pick up a cannonball, bring it back, and then they can shoot. Also, you can place these, which is nice. So that's the idea of the game. Now we just need to streamline it, make it look a little better, and kind of get rid of that bulky upper system and figure out a way to hide this a little bit. Because I do want this to have like a bit of an arena feel. Okay. I have an idea for a minigame. Something like Overcooked, but Minecraft. Didn't Tango do something similar? I think he made Plate Up. With Farmer's Delight. Yeah, I mean it wouldn't be too hard. It would just take a lot of. It would not be at this point in the game, because at this point I want it to be really simple in the materials that I would need. And the fact that I need this many deployers already kind of defeats that purpose. Right? The fact that I have this many deployers kind of defeats the purpose of this being an early game, but I'm good with this. Making deployers is hard because you need the rose quartz, but with the grinder setup, that should be fairly easy to get. Yeah, but not having a way to automate rose quartz, it kind of makes it annoying to do. But yeah, next episode is probably going to be, well, not the episode that I'm working on now, but the episode after that is going to be basic starter setup, like starter workshop that we did last stream, and then a gold farm. Feel like that those are two necessary evils that still need to be done before we can start actually making games in the actual world. There we go. So the actual playing field would start. Shoots is this? It's a lot. It's 15 on either side, so about 30. It's mostly those things. Drawer controllers that are expensive. So this will be where the walls go. Of course, we can make these look a bit nicer, right? Very early min game. As James said, deployers aren't that expensive. They're just annoying to make. Smart chutes also not that expensive. They're just annoying to make. It's not all in all, it's not an expensive minigame. It's just annoying to make. It's just annoying to make. I mean, you could do it on if somebody wants to replicate it. Yeah, but I want to be able to play this with multiple people. I want to be able to play this with multiple people. Okay, I want to give this a bit of a battlement kind of look to it. So that, and then we have like two rounder towers on this end over here. Let's say that we take this as our outer point of the tower. Then we'll go in, out, like here. Just trying to get a shape in for now. I don't care about the aesthetics of it all. That being a tower, might actually want this to be lower. So I can put some crenellations in here. Not you, but if somebody wants playing, I mean, they can always just make it smaller. I don't have to make it smaller if they wanted to. The system, you know how the system works, or you'll know how the system works, so you can always make it smaller. Okay. And then we put some crenellations in here to make this look like it's a fortified wall, basically. Now the problem is, this does need to be a full wall, because it needs to hide all of this. So the best thing that we can do is have this be like this. Maybe we smooth out that curve a little bit with some stairs, but I think that's fine. Overall, I like that corner bit, right? I like it. And then we would have the cannon sit over here, right? Cannon would sit over here, and they would have to. So over here they would have a side of that corner, and then on the other cannon they would be able to see the other corner, right? That's kind of the idea of the whole thing. Let's see, how much higher is this? Okay. How tall is it from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another one. That should bring us to the same height. Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and she's been for so long. Stacy, can you see you're just not me? Oh, it might be wrong, but I'm in love with it. But I'm in love with it. Okay, we'll do that and that. Replace air with like the wool. It's gonna be a lot easier. I don't really need the back of it all. Well, I do in future, but for now, not yet. Yeah, sure. Now the question is, how tall or how wide do we make the ramparts? How tall do we make these babies? Oh, how wide? I would say just put a walkway up here, behind here, right? Like that. Like so. Okay, like so. So they would have to come down here, right? And then go back up to go to the cannons. Let's get ourselves some nice wooden stairs. That's 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5th block right there. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, they would have to come down, right? Retrieve their items from the middle, I would say. So from here, we would have like a barrel, I guess. Sitting right here, which is where all their items would return into. And then we do have some of these nice balustrades, which might actually look nice as like a as like a topper on the castle, I guess. Although it's too straight. Oh, we should probably just overhang it one. Let's see if that works. And then this would open up. And that might work if we add some necessary supports. Over here we can do that. Make sure this is just open. And then I would put the cannon up here with like a little step up. Not iron. And the side beer head. Come on. Come on. And then we need the old firing tube to sit like right here. So they would have to kind of sit here. Yeah, that's okay. I would need to rebind that to a different key, but sit here and fire this way. Now I don't know how this will do. I think we would have to. I don't think that it will do well with these balustrades. Because it's shooting straight down. I want it to lop. We can try it. I don't know what the range on these is. Okay, we can do this. That's doable. Right, we can, and this actually kind of looks nice as well, which is nice. Which is a nice addition to it all. Oh, I'm not player. Right, that kind of looks like a castle, right? And if you have this on the other side as well, I say we're on a really good path. Right, chat? Looking good? We're looking good. We could actually use this on here as well. Just as like the little walkway. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? So they would have to retrieve their gunpowder and cannonballs here, run up the stairs, feed them in here, then click and shoot. And because of the design, you don't really get a good shot over here. So if you want to go to the other corner, you have to come down, go to the other tower, and shoot from here. Right? Maybe one block forward. Maybe we could. A little too much. Okay. Now I need to get my shears out. And we're gonna open this one up entirely. This one just on the left hand side. Right hand side on this end. Same over here. There we go. Let's see if this now. Oh, I'm gonna have to rebind my key, my shift key. Sure. Like, we're shooting on the wall, which is not preferred, but I guess it's what it is. And then if we use massive bricks, I think it'll look good as well. You're not supposed to be shooting that anyway. Yes, I know, but it will happen. Right? It'll happen. So we need to... or people are going to shoot like right on the edge. Like right here. Trying to aim at a player. And they'll get part of the wall as well. It'll just happen. Now let's build this again over here, right? And then I'm gonna figure it out. Rebuild with deployers and schematics. I mean, I could also just use a cannon once I've built it. Use a cannon to do it, and just to reset all the blocks that we still need to do, right? I don't think it's an automated cannon. No, but I can after each weekend. I can just after each playing weekend, I can just run it. So that is that. I don't mind it looking like that after a week of playing. That's not the problem I'm having. I don't want it to look like that always, you know? So I just need a way to reset it after like a weekend of playing the game. I just need a way to reset it. Also, I need a way to reset it once if they blow up any deployers and stuff. You know, that's mostly the problem, is they can't blow up any of the deployers and stuff. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 high on the wall. There we go, like that. Then it's 2 up, I think. Yes, and then we have our balustrade. Okay, we bring this up. This is what, 3 higher? Yes. There we go. Good. This is just a tribute. Did I do it? Oh no, it's one lower. Ish one lower. Love break, good times come on. Celebrate, good times come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is where I want to differentiate. We're using andesite up here, right? I feel like the actual building is going to be made out of obsidian for blast safety, right? Which means that we are going to have to dig out some towers in the end. Or make an obsidian farm. Either way is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Or wash magma. Yeah, just a farm in general, right? Just a farm in general is what we need. That is fine, but I want to see if I can't differentiate the tops of the towers, so it is obvious that there's two teams. Uh, 9 by 9. Put up flags. Yeah, we could do put up flags. We could also use a different topper. Like do this being andesite, that being like deep slate or something. Make it look a little different on the visual end as well. Wait, is that correct? It is. Okay, we just don't have the balustrade around it, which is fine. I actually prefer that. So I'm going to take this one off. Oh, come on. Yeah, I prefer that. I prefer it. Right. Builders League, red excavation, demolition, builders. We could do something like that. We could also just have them make their own teams. And then we do need some supports underneath. I feel like we need some supports underneath here. I don't think we have any like diagonal supports for this. I don't think this is gonna look good. Wait a second. That kind of looks good. It doesn't look good from the top, but it kind of looks good from the bottom. Kind of looks good from the bottom. What kind of supports do we have? On the top, it's not bad. I don't like how it's sticking through it all. Also, do we not have like we have these as well? We could change all of this out for these, which is going to add a little more depth to it all, and it looks cleaner as well. I feel like I prefer these over these. You know, that kind of looks better. What else do we have? We have these with like the little planters. Okay, let's keep that tower and let's make this tower using using these guys now. So we'll make a ring around this. You know, like that. And we'll have these come in. See the difference between the two. I think I might like this a little more. Definitely, because we could. No, that doesn't look great. And then from here, we just kind of bring it down, I guess. Connecting it to the tower. I don't know how I'm gonna fix this though. No, that's too bulky. I don't mind it on the corners, I don't like it on the front. So this would have to be something different, which this is where you guys come in. Because I do think that if you just put a step down here, even better, a step and then some bites. What if we do slab and some bites? That it might look cleaner. Yeah, that looks good. Put some andesite in there as well. What do you think? I kind of like it. I kind of like that better than that. Of course, we won't know until we try it with all the obsidian. But that, not too shabby. Right? It's not too bad. Of course, we need to do it here over here as well, so we have a fair comparison, right? This one looks sleeker. It looks sleek, more sleek, I would say. This one looks a bit too chunky on the top. I think I'm sold on the other one. Also, it saves me from having to deal with these, with the shears all the time. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. Also, we need to figure out the middle of this part. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the middle. That'll be clear why in a second. Okay. Now we just need to figure out what we're doing over here. What colors we're doing over here. What's something that's very different from the gray over there? What's something very different from the gray that we're using? Could do red, could do granite, or like blackstone, or even nether brick. Nether brick might actually work. Like that's very different, right? That's like gray against red. Go. Nether brick, where you at? Do chiseled. I might actually look for a chiseled a chiseled granite block as well. I like the little face in there. There you go. That's fine. Nope, let's not keep that. Okay, good. What kind of red supports do we have? Nether brick supports. There we go. 2, 3. That's the correct spot, right? No, they're way in there. There we go. Adding a cannon on here as well. Yeah, I like that. I like the difference between the red and the gray. Looking good. We're looking good. Middle. Figure out the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's how I did it. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the middle. Okay, so what I would do, the problem is I don't have a lot of space behind here, right? But I do have space up here at the top, right? So what we could do is either put a barrel in there, right? Put a barrel in that castle wall, like so, and then the players have to reach it, put everything in there. Or we can use, I think we have shipping containers. Oh, this blue one. Okay, never. Do we have like a chest that is? No. Okay. Because I was gonna, or I wanted to use this thing. Where is it? This one, right? Because then you can just click on it. Right. Lottery numbers 4, 47, 32, 41, 47 again. No winning numbers for you. Oh god. Gonna keep trying. That's the goal. That is the goal. Okay, so if we did that, we can get all the stuff at the back. Even better, we can probably have it go straight up. Right? Because we can do this. Have hoppers facing in here. And then put a fan underneath. A fan underneath. Where's the fans in this menu? Right. Now I just need to get power to all of this, which is probably what I'm going to do with the towers. Okay, so let's see. These don't really care for rotational speeds. Also, we still need to do the redstone for this guy. But we can't forget this. Still needs to be done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not too fast. Right. So that's that. Then we need to set our filters, which I want to see if I can do like a netherrack side. I can make this look netherracky at the floor as well. How well would netherrack fare against stone? If you compare netherrack to stone, that's something we'll have to see about in a second, because I want to get this system up running first. So I'm assuming this is where we come in with our seating arrangements, right? Because I want spectators on either side, right? And so we'll have some is it called a tribune? We'll have a little walkway in the middle. Then this will go up. Like so. We'll have like a little seating area. Like so, right? So people will be able to stand on here and kind of see everything. Believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Now the many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Maybe. Okay, and then here, this is where we come in with these again. That's why I wanted to know the middle. Yeah, my wonderland world. Right. That. And then we'll have a chiseled block over here. And a normal... Is there a chiseled andesite? Chiseled andesite. No. Something that looks like chiseled andesite. In other words, I want something with a face on it. Or at least something more interesting. Maybe tiled. Right, and then we replace this in here as well. And maybe... Yeah. Yeah. That's looking good. Maybe gonna be the one that chased me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Good. That's nice. Nice looking tribune. And then it's just a matter of getting stairs. I feel like we would have staircases on here, right? Or like steps. Not staircases, but like little steps. Probably made out of some of these copycat steps. Like that. And then we'll have like seating on this end. I don't know if I want to do real seats or just stands. Because I like the idea of having stands. You know how like in a football football stadium, you have standing seats or standing seating, and then the upper seats. I liked the to just stand there kind of vibe, you know. I kind of want to keep this up as well. I really enclose this entire area. Yeah, look, that's good. I like that a lot. It really helps, like, enclose the entire area. I like it. I actually really like it. How high up did I go? So one back, and then 1, 2, 3. So we do one back. Then we do 1, 2, 3. 3 seats, and then it's a 2 up here. Keep this going down. Boom. Boom. I gotta remember that now it's flipped, so we do that. This, 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 and that. Yeah, this looks good. I like this. This feels like a castle. We can dress this up as a castle on the outside, and then just have this be like the spectator entrance, and then we'll have like the player entrance at the back somewhere. Which is fine. Let this do 40. Good. And then I think it was this one where I just needed to do you and a fan. Okay, let's figure out our power situation. Because if I could keep it within this, like with this in this footprint, that'd be great. Right? Which probably doable, right? I need to figure out where the outside of this building goes. Because this comes out of here, which is fine. Okay, let's do that. Connect that to this and fill it with light blue wool. Same with this. Just so we have a shape that we can use. Okay, get rid of the inner parts of all of this. Okay. We're on shape duty right now. Not technical duty. We're working on shape. This needs to look good as well. So, like that. Okay, so overall, not too bad of a shape, right? Overall. And it's not the best shape for a fortress or a castle, right? But it's not the worst I've seen either. It's not the worst. Right? The only thing that I would do is bring something out of here. Maybe we do something, just something slight where we can hide something in, like a staircase. Right? Because we eventually want to get it down to this level. The staircase, I mean. Okay. Then we can take out this wall to save on some blocks. We can also get rid of a lot of this blockage. Good. And then I'm inclined to almost use the same design features we have on top of here. Again, this is very temporary. It's very odd looking. But I feel like it might have something. Also, we don't have to be scared about this being blown up, because I don't feel like they'll get in here, you know. That's good as like an entrance. This feels pretty decent. I would see this and I'd be happy about it. So what if we go a step further and we do this? Ooh, I like that. Design-wise, that's looking mighty fine. Yeah, this looks good. For like an entrance, I like it. And then we copy that over to the side as well. And then I feel like we've got a pretty good game environment, right? Of course, this being the back wall, we'll have to do something something of a safety rail in here, but we could probably just kind of cheat our way by adding another layer in here. We'll still have this be like our wall, right? Still have this be our wall, but we could do some cool like, so that do 3, 1, 2, 3. No, 5. There, and then we need to figure out our middle. Right, we could do something like that as like the back wall of it all. You know what? Let's just finish it off. Right there. There you go. Looking good enough from this side. Looking really good from from over here. Look at that. We'll have to do something. All the blue, right? All the blue becomes some kind of obsidian. So it'll be pretty dark. But overall, pretty good. Now let's work on getting some power to these. First of all, we need to decide which tower are we using for our players. We don't have a lot of space, but we do have enough space to do like 2 bubble elevators, right? And one of those needs to lead towards, or maybe we enter them from here. So this is going to be floor, right? This is floor. So we could have like a door here, which we could use. Let me, can I get like a block that's a nice base? Obsidian. What's like a nice base trim? Ooh, these are cool. It's very hard to see obsidian on screen. Try moving I don't want to use it. It's too much of a hassle. I feel like this would be a good, like, border block, right? Oh, crying obsidian might actually be nice as like a trim. I can't spell. Crying. No. What's that? Could crying obsidian. Let's grab a couple of options. Okay. That's good. I like that. No, that's too dark. I think I'm gonna go with this second option. Just gonna outline it, because this is gonna be our floor level. This is our floor level, because I want to get the floor in before doing anything else that's like player related or like hallway related. Oh, I still need to do like the front on this one, but let's get a temporary block around here like that. But not temporary, these are pretty much non-temporary. Okay, then we get a block underneath. We do, what's that? Edged crying obsidian bricks. Okay. Fill with chipped edged underscore crying obsidian bricks. Oh, 100. Yes. So they'll come out of here, which would be good if we do this on either side, right? So we can like cut it off over here and have this be hidden from them. Just trying to figure out where they're gonna walk and stuff. So we could either have them enter from one of the towers, right? Or we have them enter from inside of here. Right? Like we could have like a staircase down here if we wanted to. What would be the best? Right? We come into the field, right? Do we have this be our entrance? Right? With like no way to get to these seats. These seats are just for aesthetic reasons. One entrance. That area we kind of smack against another building, whatever. Because I feel like this being the main entrance looks kind of cool. Then we have our main entrance, and then we can either have them enter from here, right? We have them enter from here to the game. which is an option. I think I like that option the best. I have like a doorway in here. Call it players. And then we have one way up, one way down. I do need to figure out... Okay, so that is the level we want to be at. Right, we have one way up. And then one way down. The way down we could do like over here. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? I feel like that's pretty good, right? I feel like that's pretty good. The question is, how are we gonna get up here? Okay, so that is an option. Okay, good. And then we can use our way down here. Come on, come on, come on. Damn it. It's gonna be a little tight over here, but I feel like that's not too shabby. Huh? What are we thinking, chat? Let me fill in this entire wall. Except for that block right there. Right, so we have players going up, players going down. Go up, go down. Oh, I can't. Damn, that's annoying. Huh. I mean, I don't want to expose this part though. I mean, we could do that. Have that be, and then have our staircase come down here. Like that. Yeah, I think I like that better. Where it's like clearly distinct entrances. And the only thing I need is like a little, like, whatchamacallit? Copycat slab. No, it's not slab, step. Or a panel. We just do that. We put a nice trapdoor in there. Oh, and I want to see if I can do those arrows. Right? So that and that. Right? And then we can do like not shooter. Gatherer and then shooter at the bottom. Yeah, I like this. I like this staircase. It also feels very castle-y. Right, chat? Right? Looking good? We're looking good. Now we just need to do the same thing on this side, which does not have its floor yet. Does not have its floor yet. Okay, let's see. Chat, let's see. How did I do it over there? Need to figure out where. So it's 2. I need to clear this out. Like that. Because I do want them to be able to set their spawn, so I'll probably do that over here. In this little nook. Then it's 1 up. Okay. So it's 1. Then we'll do that. That. Good. And the other one goes in here. I just need to figure out what direction. So it's 1, and then it goes 90 degrees. That direction. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now to hide all of this, we'll do that. This is our hallway. It's all the way up here. Goes all the way up here. They don't have to be in here at all in this side. That side is maintenance only. Okay. And then the only thing I need to do is get myself those that spruce floor that I'm using on the other side as well. This one. Okay, then make the corners fit. Good. Good. Okay, so that's gonna be our game entrance. Now we can use the other side for power. Alright, so this is gonna be just a flat wall. We're gonna put other buildings against this, but on one of these sides I'll have like a surface entrance for myself, mostly, so I can just get around in the noodles. And the noodles are going to be fairly simple in the way that we just need to get power over here, right? And then power over there. So let me do one side. The question is, where am I gonna get power in? I feel like through the floor, like here. And base power is gonna be full power, and then I think that's more than enough. Right, so here we can do fairly simple that, this, and then you go there. Right, boom. Yeah, I'm already seeing problems with this. I can't get through. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. So that is one. And then for here, and this is where we'll have to be kind of iffy. We'll do that. One of these sides I'm gonna have to do the good old switcheroo, because I'm gonna need it to be blowing upwards. Wait, why does this seem further than the other side? Oh, it's because it is. Okay, never mind. Let's get some power on here. For now, we'll do this. Have that rotate fully in that direction. So, are we blowing up is the question. So we are on this one. That means the other side, probably not, right? We are. Never mind. That's good. Okay, so those work. Those work, and then it's just now we need to test if netherrack and stone break the same. Do I have a wand on me? No. I know what stone breaks like. It's mostly netherrack that I'm curious about. Okay, no. So that's not the same as stone. It's not even the same as limestone and stuff. What other red bricks do we have? What other red block do we have that's easily... you could do red nether bricks. Slash replace. Is it similar or not? I think it is. Slash replace stone. Yeah. Okay, so we can do red nether brick, and then if we use chipped, the question is, can I automate chipped? Because that'd be great. Because I feel like we have some red nether brick options. That look like ground, right? So this is the same as stone. So if I set a filter, or if I set my filters to this, Okay, and then the other one to stone. Stone on this side. Bum, bum. And this is not even the difficult part. We still need to do all the randomization for the other stuff. Okay, that's good. And then I need a way down, which is not going to be here, but we could do like right here. Trim you. Good. And then we'll surface this underground. Like that. And the only thing I need is access to it over here. And then we'll do you lock them. Lock these. Right. And then get an entire inventory of stone. Probably need more, but you know. There you go. Maybe we grab some upgrades for this part. There we go. Nether brick. We need the eroded version of it all. Okay, let's see this in action. We need a controller. Hey, chat, look at it. Dude, I like that. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Now, are we ready to turn all the blue wool, all the light blue wool in obsidian? Are we ready, chat, to turn all the blue wool in obsidian? Blue wool. Just gonna finish this off the way we finished off the other side. Okay, so need to figure out the corner on this end. And then we need to figure out the corner on the top end as well. D/replace a light blue wool with chipped massive. Do we have massive obsidian blocks? I hope we do. Yes. Ooh. Kinda like it, chat. I kinda like it. And then I think what we could do to make it look a little more interesting is we grab some massive crying obsidian, and then we just add a little bit of that. Oh wait, that's not what we need. This is what we need. You know, just have that little splash of crying obsidian in there. And always work by brick. We don't want half bricks. And that's just gonna make it look a little more mystical, you know? Yeah, look, that looks already looks 100% better. Not too much, just enough. Can't forget this side either. I think this is... I'm gonna keep this in mind for when I keep working on this. But I like the entrance. It's very much like light against dark. And then the game... Let's see if it's functional. If I grab myself a stack over here and a stack over here, can I not pick it up? Oh, I blew up my own stuff. That's not good. Okay, so this would have to be a lot slower. It's too fast. It's too fast. I want this to be in not in ticks but in seconds. So let's do every 10 seconds. just so we can really make, like, really get some holes in here. I would even say make it slower. Make it even slower. Dude, like 30 seconds. We'll collect all the blocks underneath as well. And then I feel like we'll use this for the or maybe we use this for the throwing parts. To throw the things on to everything. Okay, this is better. That's better, timing-wise. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Okay, we can work on the whatchamacallit? On the randomized shooting of it all. Okay, we'll build this up a little bit. Right? And then we'll set up our radar detectors. I feel like we should have a couple for each side, right? So we'll start with the middle one. No, maybe not right in the middle. Maybe one block off of the middle. Like that. And then we'll do the same over here. The other two in the middle, and then we'll do one closer. So we'll take this right here. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th block. And then this one will go 5, but from the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the 5th. Like that. And then we have one more to do, which is the opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should line up perfectly. Hopefully. Yes. So those will be shooting stuff, basically. We'll have to power them, but most of all, we'll have to feed them somehow. Okay, so how can we do this? We could hide an elevator. We could do a sneaky system like so. depots. Depot. 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 And lastly, a depot. Meaning that every 2, I need 1. Okay. I think I have a way to randomize this. It's not going to be cheap, but it's going to be the easiest way to do it. Okay. Just getting the last ones in place. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the easiest way I think to do this is to have a belt running, not a belt, well, no, yeah, a belt, right, running from here all the way to here. Let me see how, oh, I'll dig this down even more. Like that, and then we'll fill this one as well. Hello, Slytherin Queen. Welcome in. How are you doing? How are we doing? Okay, let me get some more in here. What are we making? We're making a mini game. We're still really rough on the edges, but basically we're combining Spleef with some team building in a game, some kind of team building game, where you'll have players on the ramparts over here trying to make holes in the floor using the cannon, right? So, like that. They're gonna make holes in the floor, trying to drop the other players that are down there. And then the other players on here are gonna have to collect gunpowder and cannonballs and put them in here so that the other players on top of here can use them. That's kind of what we're doing. So now we're doing the system that is gonna throw the cannonballs and the gunpowder on. Is this for the SMP? No. No and yes. This is gonna go in my single player world, but eventually I'll invite people to play it. Eventually I'll invite people to play the game with me. That's the goal. This would be too big of a project to start building on the SMP just now. Okay, so we'll have this sitting up here. I hope that this would go in the right direction, hopefully. No. Which isn't the worst. We can make our system over here if we really wanted to. And then I think if I put down funnels, over here, we can use these as like a randomizer. You know? And now, okay, we do have a problem over here, so we should probably extend this. And then we'll have one option that it just doesn't throw anything. So we'll do that. We'll grab some IO blocks. And then that is going to be input right there. Now the only thing I need to do is figure out a randomized system that's just going to take either a cannonball or a piece of gunpowder at random. Right. Do we have an option to randomize using... Okay. First target, first round robin. No, okay. There's no option over there. I mean, technically I could just do a dispenser with like a timer on it. That dispenses onto the belt. Right? So if I do, let's say we do dispenser. I'm gonna have to be a little... can I? No. Can't really do that. We're at a tight spot. Because I need a hopper with 2 inputs. So we probably would have to use this. So a hopper right there. No, that's not gonna do it. This is not the option that we're looking for. How do we randomize this though? How do we randomize this? Let's go outside and figure this out outside. Okay, let's say we have 2 outputs, right? So this is where we'll get all our stuff. We need gunpowder and we need cannonballs. Boom, boom. Now if I let's not do that. If I do that, we have one up here, and then if I put you, okay, and then we have one output. Is it gonna randomize that output? So extract. Okay, so that's 1. Now let's load it again. It's taking gunpowder. Cannonball. Cannonball. We might be onto something. Cannonball. Never mind. It's preferring cannonball. Okay, now it's doing both, but is it switching between the two or is it random? So I feel like it's switching between the two, yeah. Okay. It's not really what we want. What I could do is have another setup where it's like randomized. It's only taking from one target, right? So that would have to be, this is gonna get real bulky. But we would do something like that, right? Do that. Have this go back into another system, right? So this would go into our storage system again. Boom. This would lead into here. And then this guy would only take from here and deposit in there. Let's see. Need some gunpowder. Okay, it is doing its job though. Now let's try this again. What do we have? 2 cannonballs. The rest is in here. Where's the rest? Oh, it's over here. Okay. That's better. It's split, but it's better. So we might do that. I just need to be able to cram it in here. I just need to be able to cram it in here. Not necessarily. I could go down and like do all of that on this layer. But then I could also just do a dispenser. Oh god. So if I start, let's start with the thing that's gonna be moving things, right? So we're gonna take you. You and you needs to be there, there, and then that is going to be there. We'll have a depot here. Take from there, deposit on there, go. Then we need I need you. If I do a hopper here. It's just the best option is a dispenser, right? Because that's, or a dropper. That's totally random. Or not totally, but as random as we can get. In a simple way. So if I do that, right? And then we have a hopper here, hopper here. With a chute. Let's do smart chute so we can filter it and set it to 1. And then we'll grab some IO. I'm way too focused. Grab some IO.
Boom, boom. Set that to exactly 1. Just 1. Right. This one will be cannonballs. This one would be that. And then underneath here, we'll use some this. That, and we'll just put like a timer on it. Not too fast, not too slow either. Just every couple of seconds. Every 10 seconds. Okay. And then we hook this up. I am kind of curious if this is gonna work or not. I have these two. Let me do that. Where's my gunpowder gone? That. Let's just do this. Oh, and I need to prime these to work as well. Something is moving down there, which is good. Come on. You. Okay. Okay. Hello, alarm. Welcome in. That's the first 3. Now I need to set that to randomize, I think. Prefer nearest to randomize. Randomize. So I think now it's fully random. The chances of it hitting on the first 3 seems to be more often though. Like, the chance of it getting to the end is questionable. Yeah, see, it's mostly this corner. Five. It's only 1. And we've got a couple over here. I want to see if it makes it to the end. Let's have it throw a little faster. Okay, just want to see distribution levels. Yeah, definitely not. Definitely not the best. I'm gonna revision this system. I'm gonna revision this system real quick. We need a better way to randomize this, the way of doing this. Okay. I feel like instead of having this, right? Instead of having the belt system, which was fine, we can go directly to the source, I guess. and use the fact that we have this connection everywhere over here. We'll have to move these around, but that's fine. If I do that, and then we move our controller, let's say over here. Controller over here, and then we'll move our storage boxes as well. Come on. Two. Three. And 4. Okay. Then get 6 IO boxes over here, and then some hoppers. And then I just need a 6-point randomizer. Right? Which sounds difficult to make, but it's really not. It's actually fairly easy to make. The question is just, will I have space for it? But that's what underground is for. Basically what we'll do is we'll have an output on each of these, right? With a block above it. And we'll lock, or even, we don't even need a block really. We could just do redstone links. Redstone link. We grab whatever we want. So we'll do that. That. Boom, 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 boom. We'll put maybe something more obvious in there. There, and then we need 6 blocks in a good. Do we have like the 1 to 10? Not really. Okay, that's fine. We can pick 6 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then a wrench. Because these will be our receiving ends. Right, yes. Brown and red. Now, randomizers are easy. At least they are with create. They are with create. Let's do this for our power. And we want it to come over here somewhere. And the only thing we need is a belt that is 5 long. So that's 1 output, or 1 output, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Then we need our funnels. Like that. Probably gonna clear this up a little bit. Maybe, you know what? No, let's make this lower. Let's build it lower so I don't fall through the floor over here. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. Dun, 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 dun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we grab outputs over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we set that to randomize. Now all of these should be set to randomize. And then we need a bit of a floor. Because what we're gonna do is some simple redstone. Comparator goes into a pulse extender, and this one is gonna be inversed and set to 4 ticks. Nope, not 5, 4, please. Ticks, and then we grab a block, whatever block is fine, and that's where our redstone link's gonna go on. Now you're gonna get those 6 same colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get all your colors like so. And now what you'll see is that these have start going, right? Now I am kind of debating, this is not great. I just realized, because we wanted to have 2, right? So we're probably gonna have to replace these with a filter. What is this? Oh, sorry, it's something. Let's do that. Let's grab a filter as well. My question is, if I do this, is it gonna get me a randomized output or not? You know? That's the whole reason we're doing this. If I do gunpowder, and then cannonball. Okay. And then I do this. Set this to 1. And put some more cannonballs in here. That. And then cannonballs. Is it randomizing or is it just grabbing cannonballs? It's just grabbing cannonballs. Okay. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Is there a way to randomize these filters? No. No, it's not. Oh god. We're gonna have to switch this up again. I am gonna have to use a belt, I think. Just gonna have to put it up here. Like that. Maybe even all the way up to here. And put an IO in there. Okay, they have access to one now. IO in there with a funnel on it. Controller IO. A funnel. Sure, it could be a smart funnel. Or shoot, not a funnel, shoot. And then a block. This is basically the same thing, but it's now gonna be randomized. You andesite funnel. See where I'm going with this, chat? Are you seeing where I'm going with this? Good night, enjoy, be with. And it's me one more birthday. So cheer up, should not. Go, delight, enjoy, be with. Departing glass, take out the back. It's all joy be to joy be to. Oh god, chat, it's getting messy. It's getting messy. I like it when it's all messy. Why can I not extend? Oh, is it because it's too far away? Duplicate dance. First of all, we need to get this turning correctly. Okay, so that's that, and then we'll do funnel funnel cannon gunpowder. Exactly one. Okay. And then we need a nicely timed. Having a line of tunnels is good for randomization. I always think isn't good because of probability of existing. I mean, I just want a semi-randomized system, right? I don't need it to be exactly randomized. I just need it to be semi-randomized. Wait, is trim not a full block? Oh, it is. Okay, so now we have a randomized output of items. And now we just need to use this system to randomize the acceptance of the system, right? Because now everything is just going through. So now we just need one. I need this to be powered. The belt needs to be powered in the right direction. Okay, boom. The next tunnel has less probability than the input object when arrived to it. I know, but how else would you do a 6-point randomizer easily in this game? That's always where I'm like kind of, I wouldn't say struggle with, but you know. Let's just see what it does first, and then we'll figure things out. No, okay. I figured that as much. Let's do it the other way around then. Let's go up instead of. Let's rotate you inwards like that, and then we'll just put you temporarily up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deposit it in there. That's good. Okay, one item to go. So we just put like down you. Boom. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we're not powering these. Of course. Let's look at it from this side, see which ones are firing. It's mostly that one. 2, 3. Yeah, it's again, it's the same problem we're having. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Oh wait, did I? Give me my item back, please. Wait, it should have been turned off now, no? Oh no, never mind. Just do that. Stop. Stop, please. Make tunnel that has 2 outputs into tunnel in other tunnels. There are 3 outputs each. Oh, yeah, yeah, that actually makes more sense. Why did I do it this way then? See, this is why I need you guys. You guys are a lot smarter than I am. Oh, I should have not done that. Because now we're throwing all the items. Yeah, we're throwing all the items. Let me get these set up quickly then. So we'll have 1 tunnel, boom, 2 like that, 2 like that, and then 3 depots on each side. Come on. I need you, I need you. So depot here, depot here, depot there. Then we'll need, nope, this layout with you, you, two, 3. And then we'll do the same over here. Different colors though. Nope. Wait, did I? Which ones did I do? Oh, I didn't do dark gray. And then a redstone link. So now we shouldn't get anything, right? These should stop. Yes. Hello? Are you not locked? They're locked. Is it just, oh, it's emptying out its hopper, okay. Couple more. I think that's it. Okay, let's see. Randomization. Belts. You go here. You go here. And we have 1 going here. That goes there. We'll do tunnel, tunnel, tunnel. Randomize, 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 and then this guy right here is gonna take from here and put it in there. That's the wrong direction. That's good. Then this one goes direction. Hello? Where did it go? Oh, it's not spinning. Right. Can I get away with doing this? I can. And then for this one, I'm probably gonna have to do the same thing right there. Good. Now, let's put our guys down and let's see this randomization. We can slow it down if I'm probably gonna slow it down. Okay, that's looking better. Looking a lot better. Yeah. I'm happy with that. Now we are going to slow this down quite a bunch. Quite a bit, I should say. So what I'm probably going to do is just add a speed controller to it. That way we can decide to do this later, or to we can decide on the speed later. That's what I'm trying to say. Because yeah, my brain don't work, you know. Okay, should be at least 64, I think. Yeah, that's good. I like it. And then I just need the way to turn off both systems. So both this system needs to be turned off, which I'm probably gonna do with like a clutch right here, which for now I'll just turn off by this lever. And then I also need a way to turn off this guy. Oh, hello. Never mind, it should be right here. The problem is I need a way for these to drain if they're full, because otherwise I'm just gonna despawn those items. For now I'm just gonna lock these temporarily. So we need a way to despawn, or to you know, when that's full, we need to lock them, basically. Oh, we could look if we can get some logic in here without locking this hopper. That would be the most. We'll see. We'll see. My brain is turning into mush. I have to get up early tomorrow, even though it's a Sunday, if we want to go to the book market. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look if people are live. Oh, Evan's live again. What is he doing? Oh, he's doing ant stuff. That's cool. Let's do Minecraft. Who's Minecrafting today? Tanisha's live. We can raid into Tanisha. Let's do that. They're a hardcore Minecrafter, so it's a bit different than the stuff that I'm doing, but it's still really cool. It's a very long hardcore world, so enjoy it. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow during an early stream, like very early, like before noon type of early, because I want to go IRL at the book market. So I'll see you then. Hope you have a great night, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.